Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, "Real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care, it's about the safest investment in the world." And real estate is what we do. This is the Realtors Radio Network. There's no sense in overcomplicating real estate. And if you're a first-time home buyer, an investor, or a real estate agent, you're about to get useful, practical, and smart advice on every facet of real estate. Welcome to the Realtors Radio Network. Now your hosts, Santos Garcia, Marcos Suarez, and Dawn McCullough.
Okay, welcome back to Realtors Radio Network. Back with another interview. How's everybody doing today?
Doing great.
Good. So, who do we have for today, Marcos?
Today we have Julio Cesar Valdez, but better known as Cesar, the Realtor. One.
Not the salad.
No,
Not the salad.
Not the salad. He's more popular than Caesar salad, though. If you go into Perth Amboy, he's more popular than the salad, for sure. Perth Amboy is people say, oh, you call it Perth Amboy, but most people just call it Caesar's Town.
Oh, Caesar Town.
Just like that.
Love it.
So how are you, Caesar?
Everything's good.
Yeah?
Everything's good, yes.
Todo bien.
Todo bien, tranquilo.
Más tranquilo que una foto.
Metiendo mano.
Bajando el martillo.
Bajando el martillo.
I always see your Instagram, bajando el martillo,
Bajando
the
el
hammer.
Y se está pegando eso hoy.
Yeah. Ya
Bajando el martillo.
Me di cuenta.
Yeah.
So we're curious. We always see your Instagram, posts. We always see that you're working. You're always working for your clients. But a lot of people are curious. What did you do before real estate?
Before, I used to deal with trucking business. I used to have a trucking business in Edison, New Jersey.
In Edison, okay.
Yes.
And so you only worked in Edison, or you went everywhere?
I mean, making deliveries everywhere. I started as a helper, then I bought my first truck, and then I had like 8 trucks for me.
Wow.
Plus, I was a manager inside the warehouse too. So it was like 100 truck total.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So you
8
were
were
busy.
mine, and then the rest was different owner operator.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that was probably really busy work.
Yes. For 18 years.
Wow. Okay.
Getting up at
18
12
years.
o'clock at night.
You look like you're 18.
Yeah, you look like a baby. I used to do something for 18 years. Holy
No,
cow.
I'm 43.
Wow.
43.
That's
years
amazing.
old, yeah.
You're in good shape.
You think so?
What's your secret?
Yeah.
My secret, getting up every day for 18 years at 12 o'clock at night,
My goodness.
that doesn't help at all. But, that doesn't help.
I
But
thought that was a secret.
no, it's not.
I thought it was
I was
gonna be
taking
the
notes.
I should have looked like older because all those years getting up, only sleeping like 3 hours. So,
secret. Wow.
but yes, I went through that.
So we should sleep more? Is that what you're saying?
Now
Yeah.
I like real estate now.
Yeah.
I love this
It's
because I
easier
could sleep
than
more.
Yeah, it's easier than the trucking
Yes,
business.
of course, yes.
My goodness.
But they say real estate doesn't sleep. But the good news is the internet is working for us while we're
Yes.
sleeping.
Yes, that's true.
So tell us, how did you get into real estate? How did you go from trucking to real estate?
I mean, in 2003, when I got into the trucking business, in 2002. But since then, since I started the first week, it was too good, like, to be true. I was doing so good, and I was like, this is not going to last too long. So I got to come out with another idea, something that I could make money beside trucking. So I was thinking, I started thinking about real estate. But first, I want to buy like a new car. When I bought my first house, the first thing that I want to do is buy my car. But then I was thinking, but if I buy the car, that's it. After you buy the car, even if it's new, after you take it out from the deal, it doesn't worth the same money, right?
Right.
So I was like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy a house. And then with the house, I'm going to pay the car that I want. And then I'm going to have both. I'm going to have the car and the house.
Smart.
And then that's how I started. Thinking always that something was going to go wrong with the trucking business. That it was not going to last forever.
Yeah, you were
But that last-
preparing yourself for
Yeah.
the next
But that lasts like 18 years. And then from one truck, I went to 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 8 trucks running for this year. So I started buying properties. And people started knowing me about, that I got houses, that I have apartments for rent. They start calling me. And then when the pandemic came, I was like, this is not going to last not even one more year. So I got to come up with my plan B. Plan B, maybe. I was like, so what I know, ¿qué yo puedo hacer que me guste a mí, that I like? So that was selling houses. So I was like, Michelle, we need to get, that's my wife, the real estate license. Why should I get it? Why don't you get it? I'm like, no, because it's going to be easier for me. If you get it too, like that, we'll both go to school and do it together. And
Sure.
Yeah. You always have that back and forth, that support.
Back and forth, the support.
Which is good.
And that was my plan B.
Good, yeah.
And
I remember, when we were sitting here at the table, how excited you were about getting into real estate. And I remember Michelle being excited about real estate. I'm thinking, well, I think they're going to work out well together, working on everything. But I remember I could always see that you were going to be out there in front, like really looking for the business, grabbing the business, bringing it in, working on it. And I knew you were going to be successful from the moment, even before Irving and Melissa and anybody else. And, even before anybody said anything, I knew that you were going to be successful. So it's always good when you can tell. From far away, sometimes with people, you can tell their drive is going to get them somewhere, and that was clear with
sentiste la energía.
Sí.
Energía positiva.
Sintió el ki.
El ki.
El chi, como dice el ki. Yeah, you can feel it. You can definitely see that you had good vibes, good energy.
Yep, and that's how everything started. And people calling me, do you have an apartment for rent? Do you have a house for sale? I'm like, well, I'm doing this for free. Let me get my license, and then I get paid.
Right.
And that's how everything, yeah. So we passed the test, and then we came here. This is like a family here. I like it to be in this company.
Yeah.
I like to be here.
Well, we're happy to have
Yeah.
you.
Yes. Listen, it was a warm feeling from the. I don't know if you guys remember your first interaction with Cesar, but from the beginning, it just felt like everybody's related. Like we're all family here.
Yes.
And that's the kind of culture that we have at our company. And it doesn't matter where you are in the state. Like we're a big company. We have people throughout the whole state of New Jersey. But anytime people get together, it feels like it hasn't been more than 5 minutes since we saw each other. It feels good.
Right.
Se siente bien estar aquí.
Sí,
Claro que sí.
Entre familias.
Entre familias.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. So yeah, it's I remember your first year. Tell us about your first year, because it's different owning a property and renting out your own place, and then you have the rules that you have to work within real estate. Because tell me about your first year. How did you feel your first year?
The first year that was crazy because I was not expecting all these people, all my clients to come like jump on me like.
Yeah. I
So
remember.
it was crazy because everybody was saying that the first year is not that easy. That you got to start building, poquito a poquito.
Uh-huh.
But for me, it was like crazy. When I called you a couple of times that I needed help
Yeah.
because there was too many people calling me, but it was good. It was good. The first year was good.
Yeah, because the thing is, just to give you an idea, Cesar's been in his world. It's normal for him to help people. He's been helping people the whole time he's been in the U.S. So whenever something would come up in Perth Amboy or anywhere,
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
would help.
involved in everything.
Yeah, so people know you in Perth Amboy. So tell us a little bit about that. You're always helping people. I see you, I know you try not to say anything, but he's always delivering food to people. He's always helping people. Tell us a little bit about your charity work.
I do a little bit of everything. Like, I don't know, but I do a little bit of everything. We used to build a house in the Dominican Republic every year. We did it for 10 years. And we fixed like 5 houses too. We finished building it in the Dominican Republic, 5 houses, and we built like 10 houses.
Nice. And I know recently you built a church.
And we built a church of $140,000 this past year in the Dominican Republic.
Nice.
That was collecting money from the businessmen people in Perth Amboy, from
That's great.
a lot of people that knows me, that they know what I do and they trust me and what I do.
Good.
That if you give me $20 to build a house, you trust me, you're gonna see the house being built.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm gonna take that money and put it on my pocket.
Yeah, no, people know that you're always helping, and I think that that's what happened your first year is that the second they saw that you had a license and you can see all of the things that were for sale and you can help them sell their houses. I think people just remember your generosity and they all went to you. I remember he's the rookie of the year because he was so busy with everything.
Yeah.
Tell us which towns do you service? Which towns do you work in?
Perth Amboy, Woodbridge, Cataract, South Amboy, around Perth Amboy, like
That whole surrounding area.
surrounding.
So not
Saraville.
just in Perth Amboy.
No, it's not just
everything
Perth
around
Amboy.
it. Edison.
We cover all New Jersey.
You go around
There you go.
Man, it's a big state. It looks like a small state, but when
If
you're in
anything,
it,
I call
it's big.
you up here, Santos.
Right. Yeah, that's right. We all help each other, right? We
Yes,
refer
of
each other's
course.
business. What do you feel? I mean, I know already, but I'm going to ask you. What do you feel sets you apart from other realtors? ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre ti y los otros agentes de bienes raíces?
¿Cuál es la diferencia? Tal vez la conexión que yo tengo con la persona, the connection, maybe. And maybe the way I work and the way they work. Maybe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely see how your relationships, your connections are a good tie, because people come to you, they wait. I've noticed that some of your buyers, they'll wait. No, you finish with that person, and then I'll be next. And then it's funny how he has such a loyal following, which is good. It speaks to your relationships, right? All the connections that you've made.
I think also, though, to your point on that, when you're so dedicated to your client and you believe in your client, like you believe that they're going to be able to buy a home and you're going to find them that home, or you believe in them that you can help them sell their home, where somebody else might feel like, oh, that house isn't high priced enough, or those people are just first time home buyers. Sometimes this happens where, other people just kind of push them off to the side. And I see from things that you've posted and just knowing you how dedicated you are to finding that person their home and giving them that attention and believing in them. And that's a big thing that is not present in a lot of people in our industry.
Yes.
Yeah, I've noticed that also. I mean, he's, Cesar goes so much further than most realtors, honestly. He's gone to his clients and noticed, oh, they need this, and he shows up with that. You need an extra hammer? I have a hammer in my truck. Or you need me to fix something? I'll help you fix that. Or he goes the extra mile, which is why people are so loyal to him. This is why people love him so much. But I know with all that work that you do, one of the other curiosities that we have about you is, what do you do for fun? What are your hobbies? ¿Qué tú haces de recreo?
Too many.
¿Qué tú haces?
La música, me gusta la música.
Ajá.
Music, yes.
Nice.
Live band, we play music.
What instruments do you play?
The drum machine. I do
Okay.
some tambora and guira,
Nice.
Did you bring your drums with you today?
Well, not today.
Oh,
your
man.
pocket drums? No?
All right. So the next time when you bring Michelle, you have to bring your.
I will.
Can you
Bring
sing?
la guira y la tambora.
Can you
Ay,
sing,
ay,
please?
Marco, tú decías algo que escuché en otro episodio, de que uno construye el camino sin darse cuenta de lo que está haciendo, que tal vez tú pides que tú quieras hacer esto, que tal vez tú dijiste, ¿por qué yo no hice real estate 20 years ago? Why now? Because before was not the right time.
Right.
The right time is now.
Right.
So I think the connection that I have with the community, I did it like years ago. I was building that connection, and I didn't know that connection was going to help me now, because now they know who I am and they trust me now.
Right.
Anywhere you walk with the other name, they know me by that name too.
Right.
So I have that connection with the community, and they trust me, and that helped me a lot. And I didn't know that I was going to end up doing this.
It's true. Sometimes I tell people that not just about their careers, but sometimes, people come to me for counseling on different subjects, right? And sometimes I've had, men and women ask me, oh, I wish I had met so-and-so before, or why haven't I met someone yet? If I'm in church, then the people, I want to have a good relationship someday with someone. I said, yeah, but you have to be patient where you are. You have to kind of bloom where you're planted, because sometimes the person that is going to be in your life isn't ready right now. They're getting ready for you later. Mm-hmm. So sometimes the career that you want, right now you're on the path to it. So when all the things that you need to do to make yourself better, so that when you get there, you excel, you become successful in that position, all those things, you have to go through those things. And it reminds me of, you ever see, not to get religious on you here, but you ever see the poem, the Footprints poem, that when the person, and you see the steps, that they're alone in the sand next to the ocean, and you said, God, all those times that I needed you, and you see your feet, they weren't next to me. And, and God says to the person, all those times that you needed me, the footprints that you see on the floor, they're not yours. They're me carrying you.
Wow.
So sometimes, it's not.
That's true.
It's not you're alone or not. You're not on the right path. It's just that when you're ready, you'll see your footprints. It's like that old proverb of when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yes.
So you were going through the steps that you needed to go through to be successful now the way you are, because now everybody knows you because of all the things that you did in the past. Everybody knows you because you were already a landlord helping people getting into tenancy, right? And now you're successful as a thing, as a you're sowing, or you're reaping all the things for the things you were sowing back then, right? If you reap, you will sow. Si cosecha,
va a sembrar.
Si tú siembras, la cosecha sale bien. Pero tiene que sembrar primero. Tú estabas sembrando todos esos años.
Sembré sin darme cuenta que la iba a cosechar ahora.
Exacto.
Directamente.
Well, this comes up a lot on our podcast, that a lot of realtors tell us we wish we would have started sooner. Mm-hmm. But you guys know I'm a huge believer that timing is everything. And so
it's timing, yes.
Of course. But the second part to that really rings true is, we're taught that if you're good to people, the world will be good to you. Mm-hmm. And that rings true very much for you, right? And just your 100%. Charitable contributions to people. You don't do things for people and help them expecting something in return, but you're getting it back in return 100-fold because of the goodness from your heart that you've given to people and helping.
Right.
¿Sabe cuando pasaban los huracanes? Los medios me llamaban de la comunidad si yo podía apretarle los trucking for me to get food and clothes, and I was available, disponible para apretarle los camiones míos para que trajeran la comida, para que trajeran la ropa a Perth Amboy. Yo nunca dije que no.
And it's funny because, in all those situations, en todas las situaciones que tú acabas de mencionar, cada vez, o sea, la gente siempre anda buscando alguna, everybody, where's my blessing? Where's my blessing? Mm-hmm. In those cases, you were the blessing for that town, for that mayor that needed help. You provided the help, and sometimes, you did it because you just wanted to help. But, God keeps score of everything, right? And it's like, okay, he was willing to do that. Let's do this for him too. And it's sometimes it's just a matter of faith.
Yes.
Just trusting that the process is right.
Trusting the process. Yes,
so now that you've been in real estate a few years, do you have any crazy stories? Some people have crazy stories in real estate. Do you have any crazy stories in real estate? Something crazy that happened to you or something that you couldn't believe?
The one that I said that last week, that I had the appraisal, and the lady had 2 dogs inside the apartment, and she was not supposed to have the dog in there. And she cursed me out that I was the worst realtor because she had to take out the dogs out of the house,
but
just for 10 minutes.
Oh my!
Why
But she wasn't supposed to have the dogs.
No, she was not supposed to have the dog in the house.
But you're the bad one. And she's doing the thing wrong.
She was cursing me out.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
But I was like, calm. Like
I've had
he's suave, but no.
You have to kill her with kindness, right?
Yeah, I've had an opposite. I've had people who had dogs, and we knew about it, but when I was showing the dogs the house, they told me that the dogs weren't there. They weren't supposed to be there. And I opened this, and this dog was mean. Boy, if I didn't react fast enough, this dog, it was a big Rottweiler. And if I didn't close this door fast enough, this dog would have just destroyed me. And I'm like, I thought my heart was going to come out of my chest.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy.
And that happened, something similar too. She told me, the big dog, he's quiet, he doesn't do anything. But the little ones,
it's always, the little ones are terrible too.
Yeah.
Alguna vez nada más ladran, pero alguna vez te agarran el tobillo. So there's what was the other thing that I wanted to ask you? Any challenges? Do you have any challenges in real estate? That's something you feel like is difficult?
Difficult right now. Getting listing.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough. But there's good news, coming down the line. You're gonna see things are gonna change.
I think everything. Yeah, a matter of time. So I think it's gonna get a little bit better.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I definitely think so. Is there something that you wish somebody told you about real estate before you got into real estate? Is there something that you wish somebody told you?
That somebody told me. Somebody partnered with me.
Partner.
And that time when I was getting into buying and flipping, but at that time yo necesitaba como un partner too.
Oh, you wish you had
a positive partner, positivo, alguien positivo to be next to me.
Yeah.
To support what I was thinking and I'm looking and I was predicting what was going to happen. But I didn't have that
opportunity
the opportunity to have that partner with me to grow like bigger. But
yeah, that happens. I mean, it's
timing is perfect. We talk about it.
Yes.
Yep.
Timing is now.
Yeah, some people tell us, I wish people had told me how difficult it was going to be. Some people, because a lot of people get into real estate thinking how easy it is. They see these realtors in fancy cars. They see these realtors in big houses,
fancy suits,
and they don't realize that the car is leased. They don't own it, and the house was somebody else's house. So they start thinking that real estate is so easy and that everybody's making money.
A lot of people out there think that this is easy, that we don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we just show the house and that's it.
That's it.
If they actually knew how much work goes into being a realtor, they would probably pay us more money. If they actually knew how difficult it is, because we're people's therapists. We're a marriage counselor. We talk people off the ledge so they don't jump off the roof. We talk them into what's. They want us to be their home decorator. They want us to be their painter. They want them to help them move. They want us to help clean up a mold removal company. Like they think that we do everything. And
I do a lot of things.
Yeah,
crazy thing. You see it.
Yeah, it's like one day you show up and like, okay, I guess I'm a painter today. I'm helping this guy paint his house. It's like you never know. So sometimes people say, oh, I wish somebody told me how difficult it was. Well, who told you that this was easy? Because if you had come to me, I'd tell you, listen, is it lucrative? Can you make a lot of money? Yes, but you have to apply yourself. Like, you have to really work hard at this to make money.
You have to work on systems and work really hard.
Right.
And I think the other part to that was like on social media is you don't show, like, even if you look at people's life or their relationship, right? They don't show
the bad parts.
They don't show the bad parts, right? So, I mean, I know somebody in particular, not in real estate, by the way, but, they have a lot of issues with their spouse. But online, you would think they are like number one couple of the year.
Who is it? Who is it?
No, I can't disclose.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But
we only put a nice thing.
But they only exactly. So the same thing with real estate, right? You don't put something bad, something that.
I mean, I was doing that, and I've been doing that. I put video of me painting, doing power wash.
Yeah.
I was about to say that you're really big on social media.
Some of that, but a lot of times there's things in transactions that happen, right, that don't get spoken about, and it's not something that we're publishing on, social media, and they don't see that part of it, and so people just see, oh, look at this number one agent, they sold 50 houses this week, but really they were just showing houses and making some videos
Right.
and whatever else, and they're in there.
Pretending that
Maserati
they
or
sold
whatever
50
it is.
houses.
Pretending.
But I love Cesar because he be posting some videos on his story. He's like, el closing no va. ¿Cómo que no? ¿Cómo que no? And then he posts
Claro
videos
que el
like-
cierre va.
Right.
He's like, claro que el cierre va. I love those videos.
Yeah.
Para motivar a
they
la
are-
gente, tiene que motivarla.
See, they're fun.
Like something bad happened and we're not gonna close, and Cesar shows up and like, ¿cómo que no? We are gonna close. Watch this.
Watch
me.
El cierre va.
El cierre va.
Hold my beer.
Right. So after all this time, what is your longest real estate transaction? Like which one took the longest? Like how long was it?
Like 6 months.
6 months. Okay,
We found
that's
it.
not too bad. We've had people say over a year,
Over
2
a year,
years.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in the private inspection, we found a nice big one oil tank.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Yikes.
A realtor's favorite.
No.
So when we took it out, there was oil.
Oh,
Some contamination.
that was contaminated.
Oh, you got the deluxe.
Yeah, the full package, huh?
Lettuce and tomato
El
hot
paquete
sauce.
completo.
the full package.
So you know that even if you see oil, aceite ahí,
Uh-huh.
that doesn't mean that it's contaminated. But when they got to take some sample y mandarlo para...
Yeah, the soil sample. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you got to wait. So they took like 3 months or 4 months, and then everything was like 6 months.
Wow.
Then it came back that it was good. It was okay that we could close it.
Yeah.
Eso
Yeah,
fue
sometimes you get lucky.
6 meses.
Sometimes there might be oil in the tank, but not actually have contamination down
Contamination, yes.
in the ground. Which, if you get lucky, amen. But
But there's a lot of sleep to be lost in that 6
Oh, yeah.
months.
you lose a lot of sleep.
Yeah, it's a lot of stress and
Yeah.
email back and forth.
And trying to, talk to your clients and keep them at bay. And, there's a lot of that when you talk about therapy, Marcos. There's a lot of that
Yeah.
involved in it.
Yeah.
Just to keep everybody calm in the transaction and help them understand that whole process.
What advice would you give a brand new agent?
What advice?
¿Qué tú le dirías? Una persona que está empezando ahora.
Que esté empezando, que tenga paciencia.
Ah, that's true.
Tener
Patience.
paciencia, yeah. You need like 2 years at least into the business, real estate business, to get your tu cliente como tu círculo.
Yeah, that base that
the
you
base
need.
that you need. Yeah. To then everything's gonna move like smoothly.
So
Like,
it doesn't happen overnight.
no, it doesn't
that's
happen
what you're saying.
overnight. If you think this is gonna happen, like it happened to me, como que yo fui bendecido. I was blessed, like that I create that
But
base.
exactly. So
Yeah,
think about that, because it might look like, see, this is the thing maybe about you that people don't realize. They may, there's a lot of times in this business where everybody looks at successful agents and they say, oh, that person's just lucky. There's really no luck in this business,
In
right?
his case,
it's everything you've built. So it maybe took you more than 2 years, right? It may have taken you 18 years.
18 years
18,
into the
right.
industry.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
because he was in real estate before he was in real estate. He just
Yes.
wasn't licensed, but he was already a landlord. He had properties.
Mm-hmm.
He understood the real estate game before he got into it.
And I did some flipping too. Not a
Yeah.
lot, but I did some flipping too.
But people might not know that, right? And they're judging, and this is what happens with successful agents is a lot of people kind of, well, you're doing something right if people are hating on you, right? That's your success. That's
Yeah.
how it works.
That's how you know you're doing something right. If you don't have any haters, you might not be successful enough yet.
I think I have some already.
Yeah, we saw that this week.
So that means
But,
so that means you're doing it right. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
he's definitely on the right track for sure.
So, but definitely, yeah. It
Patience.
doesn't- for new people, you got paciencia.
Yeah,
It doesn't work like in 2 days. No, it's not gonna work like that.
Yeah.
It take at least 2 years para crear ese círculo que tú necesitas y esa confianza y que te recomienden.
And I think a little part of that, just to touch base on that, a lot of people get in the business and they think that their friends and family that they're obligated to use them. But a lot of times your friends and family won't trust you till they know that
that
you know,
you've helped somebody else.
that you've helped other people, and most of the time they're complete strangers, right?
Yeah.
But the natural instinct of a new agent is my friends and family are just going to dump 10 listings on my lap as soon as the ink is dry on my license, and it doesn't work like that.
No.
It doesn't work.
So, I mean, just to reverse a little bit. So that's the advice for a new agent. What advice would you give a first-time home buyer?
First-time home buyer.
Besides patience, because that also applies. They have to be
Yes.
patient.
Why are they buying the house?
Yeah. What advice would you give to them? These days, you have to be patient, for
Patient,
sure.
yeah, of course, that's one of them. But when you buy a house, you know that when they get the house, okay, so sometimes they want to fix everything at the same time. It doesn't work like that either. You got to go slowly, little by little. And I always talk to them, like, I know this is not the house that you dream, like, but it's not going to be perfect. The house that you're looking for is not the one that you get is not going to be the perfect one for you. So you're gonna have to fix it, rebuild it, but slowly.
Right.
Take your time, and I always tell them that.
I always remind people, don't do that, because I've had situations where the person, and it's happened to me, where you might actually build something from scratch, and when it's done, I'm like, oh my goodness, I meant to put the laundry on the second floor,
not here,
next to
and
my
then-
bedroom, so that I wouldn't have to go down to the first floor or to the basement to wash clothes. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect house. When you're done with it, you're gonna find something else. Oh, I should have done it this way. You should live in the house for a little while, so that you understand it, and then you go, oh yeah, this would be good here. This would be a good thing to do here.
Take your time.
Take your time. Yeah,
And
that's
then
it.
you make
That's
it look
definitely
good. Your dream house.
that's good advice.
But it's hard. It's hard to. That's a lot of work to instill into a client, right? Because they see things on. I think people get a little bit of an itch from watching HGTV, and they just want to go in there and tear down walls.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't have the money to do
Right,
that, and they
but
gotta
it
go.
takes
I always
time.
tell them, you're gonna take time, but you can make it look nice.
Sure.
Doesn't have to be in 2 days. Just
Right.
Yeah.
Take
That's
your
true.
time.
That's very true. We always get to this part of the show where
And
we
you know
ask.
what else too?
Yeah, what's
I
that?
always tell them, like, I have a lot of idea about construction, and I always tell them, just take this wall out, put it here, like, I give my clients idea how to make the house look better, and you can move the kitchen here and close this window here. I give them idea, advice.
Yeah.
Le digo cómo hacer la cosa. Y a veces se llevan, most of the time they take my advice and they do it. Sometimes they don't, but
Yeah, but at least
tried.
the idea is there.
the idea is there.
Yeah. So we've gotten to this part of the show where we like to ask people, if they have a nickname, a real estate nickname. Do you have one?
Oh, he does.
Besides Cesar the Realtor. I know your other nickname, but you have a real estate nickname. No other ones?
The one from long time ago from the radio station, that one?
if you want to, yeah, we can say that one. if you want.
I used to do radio, like in Perth Amboy. I did it like for 8 years.
Nice.
Music, and it was like a show, news, and it was fun. And they used to call me this name.
Leche dulce.
Leche dulce. That means sweet milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that doesn't sound right, but yeah, but I used to do radio too.
That was your nickname.
And they used to call me that. Yes.
How about let's get back into real estate and apps. Is there a favorite real estate app that you like to use? It could be anything. We always ask, what kind of apps do you use?
What I use for promotion, eso.
Promotion for
Yo
anything.
siempre uso Facebook y Instagram, que yo uso siempre for promotion.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
In DR and here sometime.
Yeah. A lot of people tell us they use Instagram. Not Santos, because he's not old. He says only old people use Facebook.
Facebook is for all people.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Facebook.
only use Instagram.
Yeah, he only uses Instagram.
I have both. It's free.
He uses a lot the WhatsApp stories.
Oh, yeah, WhatsApp story, yeah.
There you go.
Love that.
Yo uso eso mucho, yeah.
Nice. If you weren't a realtor, what else would you do if you weren't a realtor?
That's the plan C.
Which plan C?
The plan
What's
C
your
that,
plan
that I mean, it's about the same flipping
Yeah.
houses,
You'd be a real estate developer.
contractor, yeah.
Okay.
I like all that construction stuff.
And we mentioned Instagram. Where can people find you on Instagram? What's your Instagram handle?
Cesar the Realtor 1. That's my Instagram.
Cesar the Realtor 1.
How about the Facebook?
On Facebook?
Oh, no.
Well, they dropped
No,
the
Cesar the Realtor.
On
Cesar _ the Realtor. And Facebook, Leche Dulce.
Yeah.
That's why I ask.
Leche
Leche Dulce is
And
the Facebook.
I'll ask you this one last question. What is your day-to-day like? Like, what do you do on a daily basis? Like, on any given day of the week, like, what's your day like? How do you start and how do you finish your day?
I start in the morning like with 20 phone calls for free to help other people calling me because they think I'm like the yellow book. El libro amarillo.
Yeah. Yellow pages.
And
yeah.
I love
Yellow
to do that. My wife tell me that I look like ¿cómo se llama? Un social worker.
Social worker.
Okay,
Yeah.
I could be a social worker
Yeah.
or something like
Well,
that.
that's how we do. That's what we are, right? And
We are like
in real estate, we're the hub, right? We're the connector. We're the thing in the middle that's connected to everybody. We're
I think it's because what I used to do before. A lot of people think that I know everything or that I know a little bit of everything, so they call me for everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that helped me on this business too. Me ayuda mucho.
So that's how you start your day with the phone calls?
A bunch of phone calls. Most of them are like people asking questions for plumber, electrician. But also I get phone call for real estate. It's a mix. It's a mix of everything every day.
And what time of the day do you take people out to see houses? In the
Like
mornings,
after,
afternoon?
After 2.
After 2?
Yeah, in the morning too, but usually it's in the afternoon.
Okay.
Sunday is a family day, so I cannot play with Sunday.
Yeah.
So
and how
maybe in the morning Sunday 10, but no more than that.
How about in the evenings? Like how do you end your day?
How do I end my day? So
Yeah. So
normally
just like do you finish at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock?
Like around 6, but we don't finish like at 12 at night. We always finish late at night. Maybe answering email, putting things together.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we were talking before that real estate is, people think it's that nice picture just giving the key and the closing day. It's not like that.
Right.
So there's a lot of work into that. And we don't finish till late sometime.
Yeah.
But sometimes we finish early. When I say we, it's because my wife is also a realtor agent.
Yeah, she's a part of your team,
And
right?
she helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Right now,
she's
maybe
your momager.
yeah,
Momager.
maybe right now I'm talking. Right now I'm talking to you guys here, and maybe she's answering email right now.
Right.
So we help each other.
Awesome. Yeah, listen, it's always great to have a good support system, and we know your wife is a great person, and she's definitely a great business partner to have. So that's good for you, for sure. It's always good to have a support system. That's why there are 3 of us here.
Yep.
It's
And
not one person interviewing one person. It's always no one gets to the top by themselves. It's like that saying that says it's like a really old proverb, maybe African proverb. If you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together.
Yes.
That's why we're a team.
Yes.
That's why we're united, right?
We're united.
We're going to go far.
That's lo mejor tener tu esposa de partner, right?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Fantastic, yeah.
All right. So we thank you for coming so much on this rainy day. You can't tell in here, but it's raining a lot outside. And we appreciate that you came out. And next time you have to bring Michelle.
Next time, yes.
Excellent.
No problem.
All right. Guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Gracias por la invitación. Espero que no sea la última.
No,
viene otra.
Viene otra.
Al principio estaba un poquito nervioso, pero ya yo me solté en el camino.
¿Cómo va a ser? ¿Estaba nervioso?
Sí, un poquito. Ya hace muchos años que yo hice.
No.
Mira, la primera entrevista en Spanglish.
En español.
Eso sí.
En español e inglés.
Así es.
So, para la gente que no sabían que yo sabía un poquito de inglés, que me defendía.
Ya lo sabe.
Toma.
Y para el que no sabía que tú hablas español.
Y para el que no sabía que yo hablaba español. No, pero con este acento. Con este acento dominicano que yo tengo.
No, y si tú eres francés, ¿qué pasa?
Exacto.
Puede ser cualquier otro lado.
verdad que sí.
Bueno.
Thank you everybody for being here. This is Realtors Radio Network signing off.
Keep an ear out for the next episode of the Realtors Radio Network, where Santos Garcia, Marcos Suarez, and Dawn McCullough share their wealth of real estate knowledge. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, review, and share. Find us on social media at Realtors Radio Network. See you next time on the Realtors Radio Network.